Hi, this is ODB Bundle Prep Center. We continue working with the application. In the previous videos, I explained how to add vendors and vendors items. In this video, I'll explain in details what supplies are. By saying supplies, I mean items which you order from a vendor and send to the warehouse. To create a supply, go to the supply section and click the Add button. First of all, you need to select a vendor. For example, you ordered items from Webster store. Then goes supply type. There are three types of supply: FBA, store, and FBM. If you select FBA, you have to indicate shipment ID, which you have already created in your Amazon Seller Central account and imported to the ODB Bundle application. In the next video, I'll explain how to add or import shipments to the application. Basically, when you add shipment ID, your items won't be stored in the warehouse, but will be packed right away once warehouse receives them. If you ordered items from different vendors and you're going to create bundles, for example, you can select store type. In this case, as soon as warehouse receives items, you can create shipments according to the quantity of items received. Now let's move on to the Items tab. Here you will need to add items which you've ordered from a vendor. Let's add two items. The one which is sold in cases and the other one which is sold individually. For example, I ordered two cases from Webster store. In the quantity, I need to indicate 2, and the quantity to receive will be 2 as well. As the result, once the warehouse receives items, the stock balance will show that you have 2 cases in the quantity of 2,000 units. If you order individual items, you indicate the quantity of units. For example, I've ordered 50 units, so I indicate 50 here. You may add more items if you ordered them from that vendor. It's very important to add tracking numbers to the supply. You don't necessarily receive tracking numbers once you placed an order. A vendor can provide them within a few days. If you don't have them yet, click the Save button. Your supply will be saved in the draft status. Until your supply is in a draft, it won't be considered by the warehouse. Once you receive tracking numbers, click the Edit button and add tracking numbers. For example, I will add any tracking number here and then click Save. Now you have all the information, including the vendor that sends you items to be received by the warehouse, and tracking numbers. If, for example, you notice that your tracking number has sub-tracking numbers, you have to indicate all the tracking numbers here. When you change status of your supply to the new status, it will now be available for the warehouse. So let's view our supply. So you can see it here. As soon as your supply arrives to the warehouse, you'll receive a Telegram notification and will be able to view receipts. The receipt section will have data on which items already received and their quantity. In your supply, you may also indicate any important information. In order to do this, click the Edit button. For example, you can ask warehouse to inspect a package or take a photo of items or invoice and so on. After you enter this information, click the Save button. This is all information you need to know about supplies. Thanks for watching, and let's move on to the next video.